Let's face it, libertarians rarely win elections, and a lot of people think we're weird. Really? A Huffington Post poll once asked people in one word to describe their impression of Ron Paul. 36% of responses were negative words, including extreme, crazy, unelectable, and nuts. More bad news for Dr. Paul. The poll counted as neutral some words that are actually pretty bad, like radical, angry, and curmudgeon. That said, 28% of people did use positive words to describe Dr. Paul, saying he's consistent, focused, and honest. Oh, that's sweet. That's almost a third of you. Polls like this are just one reason why libertarians lose elections. Gary Johnson was the Libertarian presidential nominee in 2012. He had a rough time getting on the ballot and getting your vote, but he was a very popular Republican governor in a Democratic state. Practical, pragmatic, honest. President Obama got 51% of the popular vote. Mitt Romney got 47%. And Gary, he pulled in a little less than 1%. I voted for him. Why didn't you? Well, let's ask Governor Johnson. He joins us from New Mexico. Welcome, Gary.
Kennedy, great to be on with you. Thank you.
So what's the matter with libertarians? What's wrong with libertarians? Why can't libertarian candidates win elections?
Well, okay, no elections got won, but look at the big issues that libertarians have always pushed. Drug legalization, marijuana, Washington State, Denver. Look, we legalized marijuana. We got to the tipping point. Arguably, libertarians are responsible for that. Marriage equality. Libertarians have always stood up for marriage equality. Libertarians are flaming liberals when it comes to civil liberties. And then look at military intervention. You know, Syria, Libya, the president, Congress, they're ready to go to war. And lo and behold, an 80% disapproval by Americans of them doing that. So these are libertarian ideas that arguably the Libertarian Party is responsible for. So no elections won, but guess what? The issues are where people stand.
Some of these issues, Governor Johnson, are ones that have been adopted kind of belatedly, but definitely by a faction within the Republican Party. Do you feel like you left the Republican Party at just the time it was starting to become more libertarian?
No, I think right now that everybody that's being labeled as a Republican/libertarian has a social conservative agenda. And being libertarian is anything but being socially conservative. It's about being accepting. It's about being tolerant. Look, libertarians are not social conservatives. Libertarians are as conservative as they can possibly be when it comes to fiscal issues. But when it comes to civil liberties, look, as long as you're not doing me harm, do I really care what you do with your life? Not really.
I agree with you, Gary, and I think, honestly, that most people are libertarian. You have a lot of fire, you have a lot of passion, you have a great record. There is a disconnect that you have to overcome. Are you going to try and do that? Are you going to run for president again as a libertarian in 2016?
You know, it's a possibility. It's a possibility of doing that, and you deal with it every single day. Look, if you're a Democrat, you have baggage, whether you have that baggage or not, political baggage. You're a Republican, you got baggage whether you have that. And I think the baggage that the Republicans have is this social conservative agenda that they want to pass laws that ultimately criminalizes a person's behavior, that they're making personal decisions. And you know what? If you're a libertarian, you're carrying baggage, whether or not you have that baggage or not. And I think the baggage that libertarians carry is that you're for survival of the fittest, you know, Darwinian.
Yes, no, I know you're more caring than that, and I can't wait till you're in New York and you can come tell us in person, Governor Johnson.
Hey, and congratulations on this show. Finally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.